Okay. So this game has a couple of tricks, and a lot of them save not a lot of time, about seconds or so. Like every time I do this roll, it saves a bit of time. I shouldn't be switching weapons there, so that's a tough break already. Oh, I skipped the wolf. That never happens actually. Yay! It's a good it never happens. So I have to play about 8 worlds, and every world ends with a boss. This first world is the smallest by far. Just this 6 maps. And we're already at the last one before the boss. This rolling I do is actually, it's a frame perfect trick I learned. I didn't know before. If you do it correctly, it saves 1 second. If you don't do it correctly, it saves a little less. But it still saves, so. And that's the first boss. Before I could run this game, I had to upload some files. This means I'll be having every weapon I'll be needing. There are about 12 weapons in this game, I'm not sure. It's a long time since I've had all of them, because we only need 4 of them, and 2 of them are given to you in a way you can't skip them. My shoutouts to Kvikur for making the save file. I heard it took him 20 hours to get this save file. So it means just the 4 weapons we need, all max level, and I'm maxed out as well. And skipping all the other weapons, and you will see 2 of those weapons in a bit. I hope I skip them, otherwise I'll be having quite some problems, because I can't cycle through my weapons as well. For the first part, I don't really have to cycle between those weapons. I don't need the other ones, but the spike gun will be needed quite often later on. And I'll be needing bombs at one map, and the flamethrower I'll be needing at one map as well. That shop, it's very convenient later on, but we don't need it yet for these first 2 bosses, so I'll just skip them for now. Soon you will figure out why the shop is actually quite necessary. So this game is mostly knowing your route, and it's not that hard actually. Oh, okay, I skipped the machine gun, thank God. It's just when I grab it, the cycling through my weapons is off, because I have to cycle to 1 extra weapon, and I'm not used to that, so I'm pretty sure I would screw it up then. So let's see. This is the first time I have to use the spike gun, as you can see now. Oh, and I shouldn't be missing that jump. Damage boosting isn't, most of the time it isn't good for your speed. I might try to tell you otherwise at some points, because I get damage but I didn't want to. I will tell you that it's a damage boost, but it isn't. I'm lying. At least I know myself. Oh. No, I couldn't call that a damage boost because I went backwards. A nice try, but no. So this boss, he's amazingly hard. If you spam hard enough, he actually never does anything. So that was the second boss. Now from now on the bosses will be a little bit harder. As in, I couldn't kill them fast enough without a so-called ham sandwich. A ham sandwich doubles your amount of damage. So I will be buying them in the shop in a bit. Oh, there's actually only one shop in this area, so I need to get it there. Meanwhile, you get to learn our favorite little bear, Bera. What she's doing here, or he, I'm not sure what gender he is, I won't assume it. What the story is here, no one really tells you. You just play a couple of levels with her or him, and that's it. I have to do that 3 times. In the normal run, it's never explained why. But since the donation incentive is met, I will actually use another game mode in which I save her mother. Or his. Once again, I don't know. I switched the spike gun there because I need it here. And if you just enter a level, you can't switch weapons for about 4 seconds or so. So if I wouldn't have switched there, it would have cost me 4 seconds. Just literally waiting. Oh. Ah. These guys tend to snipe me, they always do. So those are those 4 sandwiches I'll be needing. Oh, I'll be needing a couple more actually, but some bosses give me ham sandwiches. And actually buying 4 means I'll be having enough for the entire run. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. So, a lot of these maps are pretty straightforward, but every time I miss something, it costs me a little bit of time. But now there's a big skip that saves about 10 seconds if I do it correctly, and second try, that's okay. Of course, I get him against me. And this, I'm not really sure why this is even a screen. My rolls are actually quite good at the moment. I seem to be getting a lot of them. Oh, don't do that. Okay. And before you know it, we're at the 3rd boss. And we eat the chicken leg for no reason. It refills your HP when you lose all your HP. I won't be losing my HP if I'm good enough, which I'll be hoping I'll be doing. Oh, I didn't want to pick up those orange slices. It's not a real problem. I just don't like orange slices. They fill up a slot in my inventory. I'd rather have a sandwich in. These spikes are quite amazing. You can ride them as well. Who doesn't love to ride spikes, you know? If you do that correctly, it saves not that much time. It's just fun to do. And there's another barra section. Oh, why did that work? The barra levels in the main game aren't as hard. Wait, I should be going left here. Aren't as hard as Barra Zone, mostly because Barra Zone itself has a lot of is a big word, but there's quite amount of RNG. And because Barra doesn't have these ranged weapons, it's quite annoying to be having all these enemies against you as a bear. I believe he had a tough journey anyway. That was bad. I should have kept that. Oh, I got a rocket in the face, man. Oh, that's not good enough. I can almost switch back to my laser again if this guy cooperates. Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's a bomb. That's not good. I don't need the bomb. Thank you. Oh, I'm not sure what I was waiting for. This is probably my worst world in this game. The Eagle's Peak. I don't know why. I tend to lose a lot of time here. By like falling down there, or really a lot of simple small mistakes that just keep adding up, which you might have noticed I've been doing as well on this run. Oh damn, was I really standing on those spikes? The dodge is actually used to dodge enemy as well, of course. As you might have noticed, the dodge actually has a quite a big delay sometimes. If I dodge right here, I might have dodged the guy below it as well. Because, I don't know, the dodge works for a really long time. And it's actually quite handy sometimes, because you can roll on every 3 block wide tile, 3 tiles wide ground. So sometimes enemies will stand on a 2 wide tile, and I couldn't be doing anything then. But this eagle was bold, by the way, did you notice? It's H, man. H get us all. The Lost Village is, weirdly enough, one of the fastest levels. I didn't know for a long time. I just checked my... Oh, I should have gone to the right there. I checked my splits lately, and I saw that this is actually only 3 minutes or so. Well, of course, the first world is the fastest by far, but... Up. See, I dodged the guy's gun there, while I didn't roll for a second or so. I should be going down here. as you can see, I really walked through him one more time. It actually happens a lot in this game. Oh. Ah, come on. Usually we use the spike to ride all the way to that level, but I always get hit by that bee for some reason. The bees in this game are, well, one of the most annoying enemies for me, I think. In the last level there will be a guy that shoots fireballs even if he's frozen, which I don't know how that works, how you shoot fireballs while still being frozen, but that guy knows, so he just does it. There's no enemy in this game that actually does something when it's frozen except for that one. That was nice. This is a big bee and Shelly. And Shelly is the easiest bee to defeat in this game. Like, she throws some needles at me and I don't care. And then you just kill her in one go. And she got me a ham sandwich, which I'll be needing for the bosses later on. The Dark Castle. These skeletons can't be frozen, so I tend to run into them a lot because I think they are frozen and they are not. And oh, that went well. That never went that well, let's say that. And this is the last section of Bara in the main game. I just have to know. Yeah, I'm using my ninja style fighting for no reason. I have to fight those coins, man. I actually don't really like to fight with Bara, so I skip everyone. Unless I really can't, which you will see in Bara's zone in a bit. There are a couple of guys I really can't skip. This guy was nice to me for once. Thank you. Oh, what? That was bad. That was worse. Oh, that's... This is bad. I shouldn't be falling here in the first place. Why is this happening? Thank you. That was weird. So this is that was the last bit of Bara for the main game. Now I just have to finish up Cali for a bit, so I can play with Bara again. That was the main goal of this event, right? So a couple of spike gun rides, if I would have done them correctly. Thank you. A big skip. As you could have seen with Bara, which wasn't the purpose, but if I fall, the lava pushes me backwards. So I skip about half of the level there. Oh. Sometimes the spike don't want to cooperate, so I couldn't stand on them, like you saw some seconds ago. I don't know why I haven't asked anyone. They just said, yeah, it happens. And I guess it does. This is the last level of the Dark Castle. This is once again one of the more easy levels. And this will be the last easy boss fight as well. That one, please. This is again just spamming. He will throw rockets at me, but I don't really care. And we're done. Yeah, the music in this game is pretty awesome. So now we're in the most, how would you say it, confusing world for casual play. The map is like, you can go in a lot of directions, but it's actually not true. In the casual playthrough you need to go somewhere else to get this weapon actually. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time, man. Oh, I shouldn't be falling in lava. I really like those buffs today though. Might be because of the cold weather we're not having at the moment. That's okay. Yes. Oh, he wasn't dead yet? That's weird. Sometimes Kelly doesn't want to roll for me. I don't know. Probably because I haven't waited enough. But I don't really like blaming myself, so let's just say, I don't know, my controller doesn't work. Sounds legit, right? This is the part where I need the bomb actually. So that is where I need the bomb for. That one bit. I've used it before actually. I need it for two. Don't go back. This always gets me, the door at the left, but I still have to go to the right. Going left to end left, that would say I would end in the same room, right? Let's see. Where? Yes. Wow, I didn't fall off. That actually rarely happens, that I make that jump. Let's see, this is, if I remember correctly, the last screen before the boss fight. And the upcoming boss fight will be the worst boss fight of this game. You can't shoot him, you have to kill him with your sword. And if I'll be doing it correctly, it will be a 3 cycle, otherwise it will be a... Okay, the bed really doesn't like me today. Otherwise it will be a 4 cycle. I will try to get a 3 cycle for you. All for charity. Do I use it correctly? No. Don't forget to eat your ham sandwich this time. So this is the airship, and on the airship you see Herbert. Right. Of course. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. That should be okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits, really? Oh, and that's the airship. As you might have seen, Herbert just skipped the fight right before I killed him. So that means we'll be having another world. And that's this world. As you can see, it's mostly down, so I won't be using my spikes. Let's see, nice. And these guys are those monsters I was just telling you about. They are awful. They really like to shoot me with their fireballs, and the developers of this game liked them, so they put a lot of them in this game. And wow, did that guy really hit me? At least I dodged that fireball. That's nice. Oh. In this level I just tend to get a lot of glasses of milk. I don't know why. It's like they're telling me to take a lot of damage and don't die with that milk. I'm not using it. I'm full health right now, so then again, if you play casually and you aren't level 20 and your railgun isn't level 20, this game is way harder than it is for me right now. I tried to play it casually once, and it sure takes a lot more time. Unless you grind a lot, which of course no one likes. Let's see if I can do this screen without getting hit today. Oh, that's a big nope. Oh, come on. No, these guys don't like me today. As you see, they did a lot of damage today. But I will still be having my chicken leg, so I'm not even close to dying. I still have about 34 hearts, if I'm correct. Now 35, because I have an auto heal on. Oh, now I got hit again, of course. Oh. Now, let's try this. Thank you. I think, if I remember correctly, this is the screen I will be using my last ham sandwich. This because the boss for this game will be coming up shortly. Within the time limit for the ham sandwich, so I can use it here to make this couple of screens easier and still defeat the boss with it. We didn't use this before because it works those 2.5 minutes one side of the map anyway, so if I would have done it before or after the boss, it wouldn't matter. I would still have the remaining time. And of course, the later levels are supposed to be harder. So. I'm actually not getting hit by the red slimes today. That's a good thing. So this will be the last shop. I don't have to do anything here. This will be the last screen. I don't do anything here. So up next is the final boss fight. So this is Herbert. And once again, I just have to spray a lot here. Then try to get these rockets back to him. I didn't do that quite right today. Kill him. He goes back to this last room and time is coming up. I hit him and he falls and time. That's a PB. Again.
Enjoy retiming that.